South Africa has also ratified and signed the Africa Free Trade Agreement. And the free trade agreement is not just about moving goods, but also moving people. So there will be great opportunities for trading within the rest of the continent and for people to travel within the rest of the continent. But the focus for South Africa and what conferences we would like to put forward. We've all ratified the Paris Agreement on climate change. And we all have got a responsibility to reduce carbon emissions. So South Africa is now ready to start and roll out our massive biofuel industry. And the biofuels can be used for climate friendly jet oils, for instance. So we are really looking to learn from the rest of the world around biofuels and how South Africa can grow our market share of biofuel. So the Department of Agriculture is leading the rollout of the biofuel industry in the agriculture sector. The other sector where South Africa is also poising ourselves to lead in is in the market of green hydrogen. Now, we have already started with the opportunities for green hydrogen in our country. Again, the green hydrogen is linked to our climate change initiatives. But because we are a country that's highly dependent on fossil fuels, we have got 95% of our current energy comes from coal mining. And so we also have a program to have a transition from fossil fuel to renewables. But we want that transition to be a just transition, to make sure that the communities that for generations depended on coal mining, that they are not left behind without jobs, without an income. So during the transition, we are beginning to interact with our communities to train them, to reskill and to upskill them into different sectors of the economy. So those two sectors we are interested in learning from the rest of the world by having business events within South Africa. The third one that we would also like to learn from the rest of the world is the use of technology and artificial intelligence. We also spoke about the fourth industrial revolution, but technology is changing so fast. And how do you use technology to make government more efficient and effective? But in terms of the tourism sector, when it comes to technology and artificial intelligence, we need to have a balance. In our sector, the tourism sector, what is important is that you still need to have that human to human contact. You would still like to see a waiter at your hotel room bringing room service to you and not a robot. You would still like to be in a taxi with a real taxi driver that you can engage about the country. So for the tourism sector, we want to host that business event where we can learn how to use technology to make the sector more efficient and effective, but balance it with the need for business events where human to human interaction is very important. So that is what we are targeting for the next 2 years. We have already started the process to put in some bids for conferences aligned to the South African priorities. And The difference also is that when we host a biofuel conference in South Africa, we will involve the communities in the agriculture sector that will be growing these plants for us. We will be involving the communities in our country to for them to know the impact of technology and where the rest of the world is going. I don't want South Africa to be left behind. So just what I've learned here in the past 2 days from the advocacy group on business events is that we need to get that balance right and keep that balance.